Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to a wonderful Wednesday with me, Miss Blanks. I'm so glad that you all were able to tune in this morning for another great day of learning. As usual, this is what you're going to need for your learning today. You're going to need your thinking cap, which is your brain. You will also need a pencil, a piece of paper, or you can have a dry erase marker and your dry erase board. Okay? Before we begin our learning, let's always review our learning targets. I can retell and answer questions about Sam and James makes a flame. I can read high-frequency words. I can identify long or short vowel sounds in a one-syllable word. I can sort long A and I picture cards. All right? So, as usual, let's begin our warm-up with our short vowel sounds. We will say the vowel sound twice and the name of the picture on the card. Okay, I will go through it once, and then you can join along with me the second time. Apple. Elephant. Inchworm. Octopus. Umbrella. All right, boys and girls, are you ready to join along with me? Apple. Elephant. Inchworm. Octopus. Umbrella. Great job, boys and girls. Now that we have gone over our short vowel sounds, let's take some time to review our high-frequency words. Now remember, high-frequency words are words that often don't play fair. So oftentimes the sounds that you hear aren't always the letters that are represented in the word. They don't play fair. Also, high frequency words are words that you just need to know on the spot when you see them in your reading and to help you in your writing. All right, let's look at these high frequency words together. I will say it first, and then you repeat after me. Could. When. Said. Gives. Where. At. Say. All. Then. The, or sometimes this word is pronounced the or the. Was. You. Great job, boys and girls. Give yourself a pat on the back for knowing those high frequency words, okay? So now we are going to continue our learning today, okay? So I want you to gather around close to the TV, all right, as we listen to this story. So I'm going to read a story aloud, and I would like for you to listen to the story. Once the story is completed, then we are going to answer some questions about the story. So listen closely as I read James and Sam Make a Flame. James is Sam's friend from school. Sam invites him to go on a camping trip. This is his first camping trip. Sam and Dad want to show James all there is to see in the forest. It is a nice day for a hike. Dad finds a path around the lake. As Dad and Sam and James walk in line under the trees, acorns crunch under their feet. A squirrel chatters from a tree. A bird chirps from the sky. A deer peeks out from behind some leaves, and a dragonfly whizzes by. James says, "There's so much to see and hear in the forest." They cross a bubbly stream. A snake squiggles across the path. James has never seen a snake in real life before. He is a little scared. He says, "Are we safe from the snake?" Dad says, "Yes, we are safe." They jump over a big log. A hive of busy bees hides inside. James is afraid the bees might sting him. He says, "Are we safe?" Dad says, "Yes, we are safe." The path leads them back to the lake. It is time to take a rest. Dad says, "We will stop here at the fire pit and make a fire. You can help me find sticks, but I will make the fire. That way, we will all stay safe." Sam and James find some sticks and put them in a pile. Then Dad helps them make a flame. "Look," says James, "we made a fire. This is just like the fireplace at Grandma's house." Dad and Sam and James sit by the fire and talk about their day. James says, "Today in the forest, I saw a chattering squirrel, a chirping bird, a peeking deer. I saw a dragonfly, a squiggly snake, and a hive of busy bees. And I helped make a fire." James looked at the flames. "This feels like home, and I feel safe." Then James smiles and says, "Let's go camping again soon." All right, boys and girls, I really enjoyed that story. Let's answer some questions about the story together, okay? Here's your very first question. I want you to think, who are the characters in the story? Who are the characters in the story? I think I remember. There were 3 characters in the story. The characters in the story were Dad, Sam, and James. Great job. Next question. Where do Dad and Sam want to take James? Where do they want to take James? Dad and Sam want to take James to the forest for a hike. Great job. You had some awesome memory right there. Next question. I want you to think about, on this hike, what were some things that James saw along the way? See if you can think of at least 2 things he saw along the way. On his hike in the forest, James saw, you may remember, a bird. He saw a deer. He saw a snake. And even a hive of busy bees. Great job. Awesome job. All right, now I want you to think a little deeper. How did James' feelings change from the beginning of the story to the end? From the beginning to the end. In the beginning of the story, James felt he was really scared at the beginning of the story. But at the end of the story, James felt safe. He felt safe and comfortable at the end of the story. Awesome job. Awesome job. Give yourself a round of applause for that great thinking and remembering the story. All right, so there were some words introduced in our story, okay? And these words follow a different rule, all right? So we've talked about short vowel sounds for a while now. Now I want to introduce you to a different vowel sound, which is your long vowel sound, okay? So now we've been working on vowel sounds, sound by sound by sound. Now we've used those sounds to help us build many words, okay? So I want you to listen to the sounds today that help us to build new words, all right? So listen as I say the word pal. Pal. Can you say it with me? Pal. All right? I'm going to go ahead and write this word, pal, up on the board. Pal. Pal. Right? Okay, now I want you to think and watch me write this word. This word is pale. Pale. Okay, we have pal and we have pale. I want you to look at those two words. Tell me, what is it that you notice that is different about these two words? You should have noticed that the letter E has been added to that word pal, and now we have a new word, pale, okay? So here we have a silent E, okay? This is our magic letter E, all right? And the magic letter E kind of gives permission for our short vowel sound to now say its name, right? So when it says its name, it's going to say the letter that it is. For in this case, A, okay? So we have pal and pale. Ale, it's saying its name, okay? Let's keep learning and looking at these letters together, all right? Here is our next word. Our next word, rag, rag, okay? Now I'm going to add a new word. Okay? Now the A is going to say its name. Rage. Rage. That E is silent there again. It's giving that A permission to say its name. Okay? Let's keep working. Our next word. See if you can figure it out. Tap it out and blend it back together. Here we go. App. Now I'm going to write our new word with our magic letter E. It's going to say its name. It's going to say A. Ape. Tape. Okay? All right, let's keep going. See if you can find the pattern. M, an. This is our short vowel. M, an. Now, the A is going to say its name. I'll remind you of that. M, ain. Mane. And mane is another word for hair. Okay? M, ain. Mane. All right. I am going to show you some words on our screen, okay? And we're going to go through these words and say them together. Again, we have pal. When we add the E, pal, let's go to rag. Next word, tap. Next word, man. At. Those were all of our CVC words that gave us the short vowel sound. Now we have the word pale. Remember, the A is going to say its name. Age. Ape. Ain. 8. Oh, that one was tricky, right? 8. The A is going to say its name. So always remember, when you see a E at the end of a CVC word, you now have a magic E that is going to give that vowel sound permission to say its name, okay? So this is what it will look like if there is a long vowel sound. You will see it look like that with the long vowel above it. If it's short, there's a little smiley face, okay? And that's what the representation would look like, all right? We could draw a little chart there, okay? All right, awesome work. Awesome, awesome work. Now, let's look at sorting some short vowel cards together, okay? So I'm going to show you a picture, and I will say the word, and then you will think, is it going to go in a long A column, or will it go into a long I column? So that means the I is going to say its name, okay? So you got the long sign at the top. That means the I is going to say its name. So it's going to say I, okay? All right, let's look at our cards. The first word that you see, or the first picture, represented by the word flame. Flame. So think to yourself, is that long A or is it long I? What sound do you hear in flame? The next word, safe. Safe. The next word, fire. Fire. Let's go through the next card. Lake. Lake. The next card, shade. The girl is standing under the shade. And the next word or picture, kite. Kite. All right, let's check our work. Flame says short A. Safe. Fire, long I, fire. Safe, long A. Shade, long A. And kite, long I. Great job, boys and girls. So here are those words written on our chart. Let's say them together. Flame, safe, lake, shade, fire, kite. Great job, boys and girls. Great job. Now, here is my favorite time of learning together, is when we get to write. It is time to write everything that we've learned. We're going to use everything that we've learned today and even in your prior learning, okay? So we're going to write a kind of short, simple sentence today, okay? Our sentence is going to be, they made a fire. 4 words. They made a fire, okay? So we're going to start with a simple sentence. We're going to use one of our high frequency words that we said earlier in our lesson today during our warm-up. They, the, a, made. Do you hear the long A sound in the word made? Made. And I know when I hear that long vowel sound that there's going to be a silent E at the end of the word. Aid. Made. They made a fire. Fire. I hear the letter I. They made a fire. So I know that I'm going to have a silent E at the end. Great. And what do I always put at the end of a sentence? If it's a simple sentence, I'm going to put a period. So let's double check our sentence right now. They made a fire. Awesome job, boys and girls. Let's review some things that we've talked about. All sentences should begin with a capital letter. We always should make sure that we have spaces in between our words so that we can read our sentence, and that our sentence ends with the proper punctuation. Okay? Now, this is a simple sentence that we could easily expand and give more details with this sentence, right? So if I looked at this sentence, I could even say who they were. Who was they in our story? Can we think of who they were, the characters in our story? So we had dad. Can you segment the word dad? Add. We had am. And I'm going to think about James. I know aim. I hear that same sound. And I remember seeing James's name. It had an ES. Dad, Sam. Oh, boys and girls, I'm talking about people in a series. I forgot to add and. So boys and girls, always remember that you can expand who you are talking about when you want to write a detailed sentence, okay? So now let's take some time to review what we were able to do today. We were able to retell and answer questions about our text, Sam and James Make a Flame, read high frequency words, identify long and short vowel sounds, sort long A and long I, and write a sentence. Great job, boys and girls.
To another Music Brain Break with Mr. Middlebrooks. I teach music at Calvin Donaldson Elementary School every day to students that are just like you. So, let's get started. I have here in front of me this really, really cool drum. So what I need you to do is stand up. Can you stand up, please? Great. Here we go. I'm going to play this drum. Do you want to hear it? Nice. So you stand up and make your hand go to the beat of my drum right here on top of your noggin. Here we go. Ready? And make your hand match my drum. You're doing it. Good job. And stop. Can you move your hand down to your shoulder? Ready? You can even use both shoulders, but I don't have 3 hands to play on my drum. So you use 2 hands while I use 1 hand. Ready, go. Drum. Great job. Great job. Can you move to your nose? Great job. Great job. Can you move to your eyebrows? Can you move to your knees? and stop. Nice job. What if we take this beat and we put this beat in our feet? Do you think you could do it? Make your feet match my drum. Good job. What if I change it? What if I go like this? Could you make it match? Ready, go. Make your feet match my drum. Slower, right? You're doing it. And stop. What if I make it go a little bit faster? Ready, go. What if I make it go even faster? Ready, go. What if we tiptoe? Can you tiptoe? Ready? Tiptoe. Great tiptoeing. Ready? Here's your challenge. Ready to end it? Here we go. Oh no, it's getting faster. Faster. Thank you so much for playing the drum with me today. You did a really, really, really great job. Thanks so much, and I'll see you very, very soon.